Hi guys, it's Luke here at Beginners Jiu Jitsu. So you're thinking about going and doing a competition for the first time. So you want to know a little bit about what to expect. There's going to be lots of people going to tell you lots of different things about competitions. You know, you might be in a very competition focused club, or you might just be somebody who's just curious about doing a competition and just sort of seeing, you know, what happens, giving it a try, and whether you win, whether you lose doesn't really matter too much. So, you know, it's very much down to the individual. You know, if you are quite competitive and you fancy getting yourself a medal, or you want to put yourself forward for that kind of thing, then, you know, absolutely go for it. But equally, if you're somebody who's not very competitive, but you want to, you know, just give your skills a little bit of a try, you want to try something new, then of course, you know, go for it as well. So it's very much down to you what you want to achieve. So what I would say as a bit of advice would just be to, first of all, just ask yourself the question, you know, by doing this competition, what is it that I want to achieve? Now, it should be about challenging yourself. It shouldn't really be about anybody else. You know, you shouldn't be going into a competition trying to prove anything to anybody. Okay, it's all down to you as a person. You know, try not to put too much pressure in thinking that you know, other people are gonna be thinking about how you know, how rubbish you are if you fail. You know, it's just really not like that. You know, the great thing about competitions is it gives you the ability to understand how to do techniques under pressure properly. You know, when you're rolling in class and you're fighting with your friends, you're fighting with, you know, fellow students, you know, there might be that element of ego there where you both want to, like, you know, you both want to submit each other, you both want to do stuff, but there isn't really that adrenaline rush that you get when you're doing a competition. You'll really get an understanding as to you know, what it will feel like is close to a, you know, a real fight. Obviously we don't want to get to that position, we have to use it in a real fight, but you know, it's as good as it comes anyway, a step up from sparring. It will show you how much you know subconsciously, so it will show you how much you know without having to think about it. You know, when you're fighting a competition, a lot of the time, you know, that adrenaline is going to be going, you're going to be going from one position to the other, but you know, you're going to just start doing techniques, you're going to start doing those things you've learned in class, you're going to, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you'll be fighting off your back and then your legs come up and you're in a triangle position. You know, it will be really interesting for you to know exactly what's stuck, what's there, you know, so it's a great way of learning about yourself and learning about yourself under a bit more pressure. Now, adrenaline is a funny thing, you know, it's there as part of your, you know, fight or flight process. It's there to keep you alive at the end of the day. You know, when you get a good adrenaline surge, it's funny, you really feel it, it really goes through your body, but it's just your body's way of just showing you that what you're doing at that moment in time is important. It's like I say, it's a fight or flight reaction, really. It's designed to you know, give you a boot up the arse and make you do something. But over time, you'll find the more competitions you do, the more you'll be able to control that adrenaline and really start, you know, using technique, not worrying about strength so much. So don't take it as bad pressure. You know, you know, pressure is good. It's like it's a driving. It's a motivational thing. It's to help you, you know, really understand yourself. So yeah, so if you're very competitive and you want to compete and you want to win, then you need to have that in mind. You know, you need to be taking control of the fight. You need to be making sure that wherever you're engaged in that fight process from the get-go, you have now, I wouldn't say a specific game plan because things change in fights. You know, if you're a guard player and you really want to pull someone in guard, you know, and you don't manage to do that, then of course now you're going to feel like you're on the back foot. So have something in mind. So for example, if let's say you're a top player, you want to be able to get on top, and you want to be able to control the fight on top. Now, Now, you need to be thinking about the end result. So you need to be thinking about being on top from the get-go, okay? With that in mind, if you do find yourself fighting off your back, you're thinking about ways of sweeping so that you can get on top. But you need to keep that focused in your mind. Give yourself a starting point, but give yourself the end goal. If your end goal is to be on top and to get yourself on top, because obviously, you know, you're going to get some good points from being on there, then you need to make sure that that's in mind. But do understand that a fight isn't always going to go the way you want it to. So it's your first competition, so make sure that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. You know, you will win, you will lose. It's just the way it is, okay? But the more you give yourself permission to make mistakes, the better you're going to be, okay? So if you have more competitions, the more you're going to know how to control your adrenaline, the more you're going to understand how people come at you, how you move, how they move, etc., and you're going to have more success. So yeah, give it a go, see how you get on, okay? No matter what the result is, you know, always think about the next one, always think about driving forwards, always think about what it is that you're looking to achieve, and you'll do really good.